For every swing, every moment, the Milwaukee Brewers fight. It's not just about hitting the ball, it's about leaving a legacy.
Before we dive into the details of this potential seismic shift in the market, I have a quick but fundamental request for the growth of our community. If you live and breathe Milwaukee baseball, if Miller Park, yes, I still call it that, is your second home, hit that subscribe button right now and turn on the notification bell. We bring you deep analysis and exclusive information that you won't find in the traditional media, made by a fan for fans, but with the journalistic rigor our team deserves. Join the Brew Crew here on YouTube and ensure you are the first to know when the next bomb drops. Let's build the biggest community of Brewers fans together. We have just come out of a 2025 season that was, by all accounts, a resounding success, even though it ended with that bitter taste we know so well. Winning 97 games, clinching the National League Central title yet again, and taking our fight all the way to the NLCS against the Dodgers is a feat that cannot be ignored. This team showed grit, resilience, and depth. However, the elimination forces us to look at the immediate future with critical and strategic eyes. The hot stove is already heating up, and the name circulating in MLB back channels with full force is that of our ace, Freddie Peralta. My sources and market analysis, aligning with predictions from Will Leitch of MLB.com, point to a scenario that might leave many of us apprehensive: a potential trade involving Peralta and the Baltimore Orioles. Let's analyze the facts coldly, as a market analyst would. Freddie Peralta is entering the final year of his contract for a franchise like the Milwaukee Brewers, operating under a small market model where long-term sustainability depends on maximizing assets. This is the critical decision point. We've seen this movie before. The front office historically does not let elite players walk into free agency without obtaining a significant return. We did it with Corbin Burns, we did it with Josh Hader, and more recently we moved Devin Williams before his contract expired. The logic is brutal but effective. Trade the player at the peak of his value to restock the farm system and keep the window of competitiveness perpetually open. Peralta isn't just any pitcher. He has established himself as a true ace. The numbers from 2025 speak for themselves and elevate his price to astronomical levels. We are talking about a pitcher who won 17 games, registered a stellar 2.70 ERA, and was the workhorse of the rotation with 33 starts. He proved he has durability and dominance, two of the most valuable currencies in modern baseball. When you look at the pitching market, the scarcity of talent at this level means Peralta's trade value is, right now, the highest it has ever been. The Baltimore Orioles specifically emerge as the ideal and perhaps inevitable partner in this dance. They already traded with us for Burns prior to the 2024 season, establishing a direct channel of communication and a working relationship between the front offices. The question I pose to you is this: are we prepared to see fastball Freddie in another uniform? Leitch's prediction is bold but grounded in the economic reality of the Brewers. Keeping Peralta for 2026 would be incredible to try for the title again, but we run the risk of losing him for nothing in 2027. The current speculation isn't just smoke. It's a reflection of how our front office operates. They are undoubtedly evaluating whether the return Baltimore can offer, coming from a farm system that is still one of the deepest in baseball, outweighs the value of 1 year of service from an all-star pitcher. It is a chess move where fan emotion often collides with the coldness of numbers. Analyzing the second half of this equation, we need to focus on what the Milwaukee Brewers would gain and what our rotation would look like without the electric presence of Freddie Peralta. If this trade with the Orioles materializes, the return has to be, in no uncertain terms, a haul. We aren't talking about low-level prospects. We are talking about MLB-ready talent or talent very close to it. Baltimore has a strong young core, and their need is glaring. The Orioles pitching staff underperformed in 2025, which may have cost them a deeper run in the playoffs. They need an anchor, someone who can step into the American League East and silence powerful offenses. Peralta is that guy. This leverage puts the Brewers GM in a position of strength to demand a package of players that can sustain our team for the next 5 or 6 years. But what about our rotation for 2026? This is where the news about Brandon Woodruff becomes crucial. Woodruff accepted the qualifying offer, which means he is locked into the roster. With his health in check, Woodruff has ace pedigree and can assume the mantle of the #1 pitcher. This gives the front office the security needed to explore the Peralta market without feeling like they are throwing in the towel on the season. The Brewers' strategy has never been about a total rebuild, but rather a reload. We traded Burns and won the division. We traded Hader and kept competing. The philosophy is that the system must be greater than any individual, no matter how talented they are. If we trade Peralta, the expectation is that the assets received won't just be distant promises. We need players who can contribute immediately or who have a sky-high projection ceiling. The Brewers' consistency in staying atop the NL Central, despite these constant trades of stars, is proof that the scouting and analytics department knows how to identify value where others don't. Receiving an elite package for a player with 1 year remaining on his contract is the classic sell-high move. With a 2.70 ERA and a reputation as a fierce playoff competitor, Peralta is the golden ticket to refill any gaps we have in the outfield or the infield. Finally, it is fundamental to understand that a Peralta trade would not take the Brewers out of the title fight in 2026. On the contrary, it might be the move that gives us the necessary depth to overcome the Dodgers or any other super team in the postseason. Over-reliance on a few expensive arms has been the ruin of many franchises. By diversifying talent and keeping the payroll flexible, Milwaukee stays agile. It's going to be a fascinating winter and possibly painful for the fans' heart. But if recent history has taught us anything, it's that we should trust, albeit cautiously, the process. The front office has proven they know how to build 97-win teams, even when the pieces on the board change drastically. In summary, the possibility of Freddie Peralta going to the Baltimore Orioles is real and follows the operational logic that has turned the Brewers into perennial contenders. We are talking about trading an asset at his maximum value, coming off a 17-win season with a 2.70 ERA to secure the future of the franchise, trusting that Brandon Woodruff and new reinforcements will maintain the level of excellence. It is a risky maneuver, but a calculated one. Now I want to hear from you, the fan. Would you trade Freddie Peralta now to guarantee a promising future and new talent? Or would you risk keeping him to try for the title in 2026, even knowing he could leave for free afterwards? Leave your opinion in the comments. It is essential for our debate. Don't forget to like the video if you appreciated this detailed analysis and share it with your friends in the Brew Crew. Let's keep an eye on every move of this offseason. I'll be back at any moment with more exclusive updates. Until next time,